If you are an amazing woman that is having a hard time attracting or keeping the right man for you, maybe you don't have a hard time attracting the right man for you. Maybe men are naturally attracted to you because the way you look, because you are beautiful, because you have a great body, because of your energy commands magnetism. Maybe you are a super charismatic woman, and so you don't have a problem really attracting men, but you, when it comes to keeping the men to stay with you, that is when you have a challenge. So this is the video for you if you are a woman that is extremely successful in life. You have created a business, you have climbed the corporate ladder, you maybe you even have a child and you are a single mom and you are you know raising the child by yourself. So you have a lot of accolades, you have a lot of success in your life. And in this particular area of your life where it comes to love and romantic relationships and being married to the right guy, you have been having issues. For one reason or the other, relationships end up ending. Either you end up ending the relationship because you realize that he's not what you want. He looked like the real deal, but he's not after a while. Or maybe he ends, if you really like the guy, maybe he ends the relationship. He ends up either ghosting you or cheating on you or telling you that, that you're a great woman, but he can't really give you what you want. And those are things that are really hard to hear because when we are in that situation, we get confused. We are like, what's going on? I have been doing everything that I was supposed to do. I have a great life. I am fit. I am beautiful. I have all these accomplishments. I have traveled all over. I have read all the books. I am spiritual. I go to church and all that stuff. So I am a great catch. And how come I can't find the right man? Is that there are no men, no good men around? Is that my city sucks? I hear that a lot. And so this video is for you if you want to start to unpack that problem. If you want to start to today, make it the day that you decide that that is a pattern that is not going to work for you anymore, and that you are going to do whatever you have to do to put yourself in an emotional place, in an energetic place, in an inner place where you do attract the right man and you keep him, because the roller coaster of attracting the right man, seeing him for a few weeks, your hormones go through the sky because you have sex with the guy and you can't sleep and you are all, ooh, the butterflies are huge. And then, bam, he ghosts you or he cheats on you, or you find out that he had a girlfriend or that he was married, or you find out that he has an addiction or whatever it is, that is affecting your whole life, not only your love life, it affects your whole life. It drains you from your energy, from your vitality. It drains you, it's just an emotional roller coaster. Those up and downs are not really conducive to thriving in life. Okay, so if you feel like you have been through what I described a little bit, that is something that a lot of women go through, and it's something that is relatively easy to snap out of it if you decide to do the hard thing now, so you don't have to keep doing the hard thing forever. Some women are like, oh my God, I don't need to do the work. It's men. It's men are the problem. Men are the problem. Yeah, I am not saying that some men are not the problem. For sure. For should be doing the work. But can we do something about it? No. Oh my goodness. No, there is nothing we can do about it. Okay, let's be smart here. Look how hard it is for you to change your own patterns, and you do want to change your own patterns. Imagine trying to change men that they don't even recognize they have unhealthy patterns to change. So no, we are not going to go that way. We are going to be smart, we are going to be wise, and we're going to do the work on ourselves now, so we don't have to keep suffering for the rest of our lives and going through that roller coaster of up and downs, up and downs, up and downs, and just be going through life being drained. You are here to thrive. You are here to shine. When you are feeling happy, excited, fulfilled, like thriving, you can make a difference in the world. You can be the light. You can be the amazing woman you were meant to be. When we are through that roller coasters of emotions, we are drained, we are in low energy, we really can't be our best. So, all that said, I will tell you something that I found out over the years with my clients and with my own self, because this used to be me. Okay, this used to be me. I had back in the day, before I changed the way I was being in the world in this area of love, the way I was present in myself in this area of love. uh, I was doing the same thing that my clients are doing when they hire me. They always, I heard once that, that the women that hire me are my past version, are who I was 20 years ago. And I find that to be truth. So I started to see some things going on with me. And the first thing that I discovered was that, you know, for me, in order to number one, I was seeking for love outside of myself, and that is a losing preposition. If we cannot see that we have already all the love we need inside of us, seeking exterior validation and exterior love, it's always going to be a roller coaster of energies and emotions, just because seeking validation and seeking love on the outside is dependent on other people, and other people may be able to see who we are or may not be able to see who we are. It doesn't have anything to do with who we are. We are love, we are worthy, we are intrinsically loved and worthy. That's who we are, that's the foundation. And if we don't recognize that divinity in us, that greatness in us, and we look for validation and love outside, they may not be able to give it to us for their own reasons, for their own trauma, for their own upbringing and their own coping mechanisms and their own, needs and struggles. So that was the first thing to change, was to be aware and to realize and to own and embody that I had everything I needed inside of me, and that I wanted to find the right man to share that with him. And I wanted to find a man that wanted me and that was already full and that wanted to share all that with me. It wasn't like I need, and oh my God, we will suck each other's energies and drain ourselves, like a leech, because, we both needed and needed. No, it's like I am fulfilled, I am whole and complete. I am fulfilled, I am whole and complete. And we will give each other from the leftover. That is what is meant when we said, give from the overflowing of your cup. So that is the first thing to know, is that you are totally, totally whole and complete. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. And from that place of love and compassion and understanding and getting to know who we really are, we can jump and contemplate and unpack this other thing, this other phenomenon that is happening with us as women. And it's the fact that nowadays, as women, we have possibilities, we have opportunities. Our life has never been as good as it is right now. In 2024, we pretty much can choose to be married, single. We can choose to be with a woman. We can choose to be with a cat, with a dog. We can choose to have kids or not have kids. We can choose to do different kinds of works. We can pretty much, if we are in this Western universe and you are able to watch this on a computer or on a phone, chances are that you have freedom to be whatever you want it to be. Now, that came from the hard work of our great grandmothers, mothers, that fought really hard for our rights as women. This hasn't been like this for the whole of humanity. Humans, women, the species has been around for, I don't know, thousands and thousands, millions of years. And this phenomenon of us women, the feminine, being so powerful and independent and resourceful, it's something very, very new. So what is happening is that this, what I started to notice with myself first, and then I saw with all my clients, is that those ways of being that serves us, that are really, really good to be very successful in our jobs, to be very successful in our careers, to be very successful in our, fitness endeavors, if we have them, being, success oriented, being competitive, being, goal oriented, being logical, and being in a way that we give and give and give and give, will give us a raise in money at work, probably, will get us a better job. And so because we were very good at that, we were brought up in a household that were we were getting acknowledged and loved if we were doing very good in school, if we were getting straight A's, or if we were being very selfless, and if we were being good girls, because we were in a way trained to be that way since very, very early childhood. We grew up thinking that that way of being also was going to work with a relationship with a man. And unfortunately, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. For us as women, as the feminine, to have a successful relationship where there is intimacy and we are being seen and heard and we are being adored and cherished, where we feel really safe, where we feel supported, where we feel like we can relax and just be with a man. For us to get that juicy relationship that we deeply, deeply, deeply crave, we have to learn a new way of being, a way of being that it is already in you. It is authentically who you are inside of you, but because society and our culture and our primary caregivers really, really put the emphasis on our masculine energy, on the overachiever, on the, competing, believing that there was only one thing in scarcity. Because we were so focused on that, we kind of negated this other part of us, this part of us that thrives on being related, that really, really values relationships and love and being soft and being warm and being receptive. That is a part of us that we learn through repetition over time in our first few years of development, to shut her down, to say, to put her aside. And that is the real you that is going to magnetize a great, healthy, masculine energy guy. It's not going to be the competitive, the successful, the I have traveled all over the world, I have read all the books, I have done it all. That part of you doesn't really serve you in relationships. And that is why when we meet a guy that we really like, or you meet a guy that you really like, you start to, you start to act from this masculine energy that it needs to prove him that you are a good catch. You need to show him that you are a good catch. It's like, I had this client once, and she was wearing these shoes. They're called, the brand name, it's a designer name, it's called Louboutin or something like that. And so the shoes have the red sole. The bottom of the shoes are painted in red, I guess. I don't know, I don't have them, but they are red. You see them all the time on actresses. It's a symbol of status. It's a symbol of wealth. It's a symbol of power. And so she had these shoes, and she was taking pictures for her social media, and she was wearing these shoes, and she would always let the red part of the shoe to show, as a sign of, look, I made it, of, look, showing off that she had made it, showing off that she was wearing shoes that some people don't even make the amount of money that those shoes cost in a month. A lot of people, actually. So I gave her that example to, that distinction of changing that. There is nothing wrong with buying the Louboutin shoes. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, when we get things mistaken is when we need to show it, when we need to prove that to everybody, that we made it, that we are powerful, that we are beautiful, that we got it, that is masculine energy. The feminine wears the Louboutin shoes, but she doesn't need to show it. She doesn't need to show the red soul, because she knows who she is inside. And that knowing, that embodiment of who she really is, this goddess, the divine feminine, shows in the way she just shows up. It shows up on her presence. You know what I'm talking about. You have seen it when you go to a meeting and there are women around you. You know that woman that you just want to be close to her because of who she is. It's not that she's showing designer brands. She's not being loud. She's not taking up on, on the stage, but she is it. And that is you as well. You have it inside of you. It's just we have been pushing that down in order to accommodate this masculine energy that we have been told that is the clue, that is is the way for us to be successful. And yes, it is in the masculine world, in the world of work, in the world of raising your children. You also need that. If you have a business, yes. But when it comes to love, how you are going to not only attract, but also magnetize and captivate a high quality masculine energy man is through embodying your feminine energy. So if you are feeling identified on everything, on anything that I have said, please go ahead and give this video a like, and make sure you either like my page or subscribe to my channel so you can keep learning about this. You see, this is like the distinction of something. If you feel like something is missing and you can't figure it out, it's not that there is something missing in you. There is something missing for you. And the easiest way to create this is through doing this kind of work. There is nothing wrong with you. There are ways of being and showing up that are not serving you. That's it in this area with high quality men. If we show up with a high quality masculine man in a way that we have our defenses up, and we are showing him how good we are, or we are competing with him, or we are trying to teach him or change him or telling him what to do, he is going to run for the hills. He's going to try to get sexual with us, and then he's going to be gone, because that is not attractive. A high quality man is captivated by the feminine. He wants to be part of our world. He's every single day, he is in a world that is dark, that is a world of competing with other men. It's a harsh world. It's a world where he has to show his strength and his power. In a way, he feels like he's going out there and hunting, fighting against lions and against all the dangerous animals. So if he comes home and he feels that he still has to keep fighting and he still has to keep proving himself, and and being somebody that he doesn't want to be, he is going to, best case scenario, as I like to say it, run away. Worst case scenario, he's going to stay, but he's going to stay like a shell of who he is. So he's going to be a man that is not emotionally connected to you, that doesn't want to talk to you, that doesn't really feel like being with you. He's going to be watching TV all day long, on being on the video games, and you definitely don't want that. So my clients, I had a client that was working a very high clearance job, and she was in her masculine energy. Beautiful girl. But she was almost 30, and she had never been able to be in a long-term relationship. She had spent her whole life through getting straight A's in school, being exceeding in college, being a great athlete, and she had never been able to attract and keep a man that she liked. So she came to me, and she was strong in her masculine energy, and it was showing in her relationship with me too. And little by little, she started to understand, and she started to embody the feminine energy principles, and she started to understand men, how they think, and she started to understand more what she really wanted in a relationship, what was making her happy and fulfilled in a relationship with a man. And little by little, after 5 months of doing the work with me, she met this amazing guy. And she went on a lot of dates though, but after like 5 months, she met this amazing man on a dating app. I think she was using Hinge. And and that's it. Little by little, she kept following the coaching and following the principles and all that. And they are still together, and they are planning a life together. They want to get married, they want to have kids, and they want to create a legacy through that. So if you want the same, if you are in a situation where, if you don't even think that this could be possible for you, that is okay. That is okay. It is possible for you. It has been possible for me and for 100+ clients that successfully I have put through my coaching program. So you are ready. If you're watching this at this point, you are ready for this. You are ready for learning. You are ready to be humble and ask for help. And I invite you to book a Love Whisperer Love chat with me. I have 2 spots available this week. So let's learn what separates the ordinary women from the extraordinary women. You are ready for this. Much love. Bye.